It's going to be It's going to be an interesting one. If you joined us earlier on, you will know we have an amazing bundle, an incredible bundle. We've been scurrying around in the background. You've got everybody trying to get.
She chucked on a bit of lipstick before I came back on set this last hour.
And the reason being is the set of 6 dies that we had, we'd literally tried to pull together as many of those bundles as we possibly can. We have got it available for you, but honestly, it is incredibly limited in stock. So we cannot get any more to make up the bundle. There's not enough of those individuals in order for us to be able to do that. So if you want the big bundle, if it's the first time that you've seen it, you're going to fall in love with it. Make sure you are confirming your orders on this as quick as you possibly can. Now, we are going to see some demos utilising the elements from this bundle, but by the time we get to the end of the demo, potentially the bundle will have gone. So please do go ahead and order. I can go through the individual dies and I will give you updates with regards to some of those elements that we're looking at. The first update is that this one is not available by itself. So that is quite a profound update. It's only available within the bundle. But what we're seeing within the bundle is the most exquisite die work that you could possibly come across. You could be forgiven for looking at this and thinking it's a stamp.
You could. And as I said earlier, I design our dies like I design our stamps. So you get all of that fine detail, all the extra lines and little quirks in there that you'd find in a stamp, you will find in our dies.
Beautiful, and they're so intricate. This is the thing that just astounds me, is just how much detail you can get within there. Now, this particular die, you've got loads of content in there, creates the most exquisite corner, but it's a big corner that you could snip into or play around with.
It certainly is, and all those little bits of foliage and stuff as well, you can cut those out, use them up with other dies, other stencils, other stamps.
Absolutely. Do all sorts. So it's a very useful one to have in your stash. It also comes with additional elements there, so if you do want to build up more of a scene, then you can do. And that particular one is called your Fragrant Corner Die. Not available individually, so those details are staying the same on your screen. They'll stay the same on your screen during the next die as well, because this one's not available by itself, but a really, really pretty die. If you like these two already, then do get them into your basket, because when we're looking at the individuals of different dies, when we get to them, you're looking at around $17.99 for these. We saw a gorgeous demo with this earlier.
Yeah, the blue. You were just about to see that.
This is such a pretty card. And you'll see how this all came together if you go back and watch our 5 o'clock show. But you were showing us it was just simple white cardstock.
It is just white cardstock and distress oxides.
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. The sentiments, incidentally, we might be touching on some of those during the course of the show, but you will find sentiment stamps on the brand section for Honeydew Crafts, and that is just gorgeous. I mean, simplicity in itself, isn't it?
Completely. And that's what I try to do with everything. You can make them as difficult as you want, or you can make them as simple as you want. And as I always say, don't be scared of that white space.
Absolutely. I mean, it just looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
So simple.
Beautiful. But again, that particular die set, if you're thinking about getting this one by itself, it is no longer available. It's only available within that big bundle. But we have got split pay on that big bundle of $24.99. When you were shopping for these as individuals, you were looking at $17.99. Now, the big bundle, we only have, what was that update? Two left. Wow. I'm not even going to get to the end of these, am I?
No.
So if you like those two that we were just sharing with you, this is the only way to shop for those alongside the other 4. But I'm going to go through the other 4 now, and these are available, I say available as individuals. There's not a healthy stock at all, because literally we've pulled together as many of those bundles as we've been able to. But I will still give you those details as we work through. This is a pretty one, the elegant
beautiful.
foliage.
It's
Look
so
at that.
simple. And just that with the sentiment on there, that's all you would need to do.
Absolutely. Now with this one, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. If you're wanting to shop for the individuals, because it's going to take time for us to go through those, and I'm quite mindful that we want to get into a demo and see all the other lovely things that Amanda's brought to us, can I trust you to just go onto the website and have a little dig around? We're going to keep the details of the big bundle on the screen while we have stock available, so please do keep confirming your orders. This one's called Simple Snowdrops.
Simple Snowdrops. So this one, some of you will recognise it's the same as one of our stamps, but you do not buy this to cut that stamp out, because it will cut every line that's in that stamp. So you're just wasting your money to do that.
Absolutely.
So this is a beautiful die that stands on its own. It's got all that detail that you get from that stamp.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And do I spy this being used in a demo next?
You do.
Ooh, looking forward to that one. Can I show you this one though? This has been a very popular one by itself as well. And I love an oval because ovals can be used in so many different ways, can't they?
Yeah. There's no right, there's no wrong. So and again, you could snip some of that out so that you can interlock them with with 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
They're just beautiful because it's not a huge die, this one.
No, it's a really nice
It'll
size,
fit on a C6 card. That one I think is a 5.5-inch card, if not a 6-inch. So they're just a perfect size, this one.
Wonderful. Now we're just changing the details midway because that last one, you probably saw it on your screen, has disappeared. It's now sold out, that set. So thank you to everybody that persevered to try and get hold of those. Thank you for helping us bring as many as we possibly can. But that's what happens when Honeydew Crafts are in the building. But they also bring us phenomenal prices for the individual. So this particular one is only $15.99. So if you're wanting to make your own little bundle up now of what's left, then you can do. The fancy frame, I'm sure will pop into people's baskets just by itself.
It will jump, that one.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Next one that we've got for you, Floral Curves. Now, we did see this one being used earlier on. Absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. A lot of content within this one.
You do, but again, it comes as 2 dies, so you get all the little individual flowers on one large die so that you don't lose all those silly little pieces.
I love that. Crafter through and through, because she knows how we all are. So there you go. That's how it comes together. Absolutely beautiful. But here you go. Have a little look at this one. Now, this was one of your Facebook Lives.
It was Facebook Live and one that we just did on a demo in your 5 o'clock hour. So if you want to go back and see it quicker, you can grab it there. But yeah, Facebook Live will show you exactly how to make all of this trellis work on your card as well. So.
Very clever. But you did talk us through it. So we have got that on our 5 o'clock show. But if you want to see it beginning to end, then do pop across to Facebook and you'll be able to find that. So the Snowdrops, that's the one that you're going to be working with.
It is Snowdrops.
So if you want to get hold of that die, it is going to be a very popular one because it's what happens when we see the demos. They suddenly start getting really, really busy. So yeah, let's get into the demo.
Right, so we have got our splash stencil set up here and we're using Mowed Lawn. I'm not putting a huge amount of ink on my brush. I just want a really light little effect on here and I'm not going to go in heavy at any point.
Okay.
So we'll just get this base part done first. And I'm very much one of those people that likes to put my cards together as I'm going along, and I don't lose pieces. So we've got our base card down. And I will grab my card. So I do a lot of layering.
Is that anything important?
No, we'll grab that when we need it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I do it so that I do a lot of backing with black because it really makes your cards pop. So you'll see me use black cards all of the time. And while we've got a little bit of a quiet moment, can I just take the time to say thank you very much to everybody that has bothered to come and watch our shows and purchase our products.
They couldn't wait for the show.
Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So thank you all very, very much.
Any of us, to be fair. So yeah.
And I also need to say a quick hello to my Auntie Barbara. My Auntie Barbara's known me since I was born. And she didn't realise I was doing TV. And now she's found out I am. And she's like, so I said I would make sure I said hello. So hello, Auntie Barbara.
Oh, hello, Auntie Barbara, from all of us. Yeah.
So we've got our die cut. We've got our die cuts ready to roll, and I mentioned earlier. So I've got some scraps. These are just scraps of paper that I've done myself. So it's the same Mowed Lawn colour there. And this is me, as I said, I don't want it to be perfect because you don't find perfect flowers in the real world.
You don't, but this is your cardstock, isn't it? Again,
this is white smooth, our super smooth cardstock, just chucked a load of green ink on it. So we've got flat to the mat. Then we're going to position this on here. Are we going to fit it in that way, or are we going to? Yeah, we are going to fit it in. We just might have to rip a little bit off because I didn't do that bit. So we'll get rid of that. We don't need that on there, and we don't need that on there.
I think they call that pruning.
Is that what they call it? We'll just rip it off. Whenever I wanted a nice jagged edge, I could never do that myself.
Yeah, you can guarantee, can't you? Yeah.
I've got it. And I mentioned earlier that bubble wrap makes a huge difference. You don't have to do it, but hey, what a tip to have.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we'll go in with the bubble wrap.
Lovely.
And if you watch the 5 o'clock show, you'll see I matted and layered 2 colours together. That is because I've got a new die cut, a new plate that you're hearing all that cracking. It isn't my machine breaking.
When you get into die cutting, it is one of those, like the first time you get that noise, it's like, oh my goodness, what
I know, you do panic. And I'm going to grab my old one to show you. So this is my Well Love that I use at home. And this, so don't be worried if it suddenly gets all scratched, because every time you cut it, you're going to cut into your die cut machine, so you will get it scratched, but that's like a new plate. So just so that you know, if you're new to die cutting. Yeah, I do have telly sets. If you saw some of the ink pads I use at home, you'd be like, oh my goodness. They don't need to see the public viewing. So we're going to take that die cut, just going to pop that out, and as you can see, it's already releasing itself.
It's jumping out.
That'll be the odd little bit that...
I like the fact that you put those little release holes in there, because it's almost like a little vacuum, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It pulls it into the die.
So we've got all of these
gorgeous
die cut, and again, I've cut it out in black so that we can matte it. Oh, I've got nail polish on and I can't pick anything up. Look. And you would just matte and layer that on the top.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Then I say this about everything. Don't just look at it as a flat die. Feel free to go and cut it out a second time, which is exactly what I have done. And I'm just cutting those flowers.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Off. Oh, see, I can't pick anything up with nail polish on. I'm not used to having it. So I have already done this, but I'm going to show you how I did it. I literally took one of our clean colour pens. This one is the yellow. And this isn't watercolour cardstock, so it doesn't want to blend particularly well on there. But if you do it on your mat and you pick it up with your blending pen, you can just get a light brush. Because Snowdrops are sort of yellow at the bottom, yellowy green at the bottom,
that's true.
and yellowy green at the top, but the middle part is white. Although this is called Simple Snowdrops, you can make it whatever colour you want it to be because it's a card. It's not.
That's true. It could be.
Doesn't have to be
could be
botanically correct, does it?
Just look lovely. That's little snowdrops. Beautiful.
So you're just going to do that, and as I say, this is just the 3 snowdrops on here. Just cut it out a second time. We're going to get rid of those extra pieces on there. So you're just going to round that off, and you would stick those on. That had to
just
do
find
that,
its little friend.
Yeah, and you're just going to layer that on the top of your die.
Perfect.
So you've layered all of those up.
Wonderful.
And
as if by magic.
Here's one we did earlier. I will just get rid of that pen because that green pen goes a very long way once you start
you don't want to get the
spreading it.
ink on everything.
So we'll get rid of that and that out of our way. So then we're just going to layer these on top. Now I need to dry everything. Oh, good grief.
It gets everywhere, doesn't it?
So we're just going to layer this, and that trick that I told you earlier with your...
oh, this is the trick of the day, I have to say. Yeah, if you've got a pastry brush that's sitting in your drawer in your kitchen,
look at it the same way again.
Yeah, you've just found a new job for it. So yeah,
we've trimmed our pastry brush down to smaller bristles, and we're just going to ink up our...
Now, the glue that Amanda's working with, the Honeydew Crafts glue, it's been a very, very popular one. Today, half the stock has gone. So $9.99 is going to get you a good-sized bottle. So if you do want to get hold of yours, now would be a good time to do so. Get it now, because if you suddenly think at a later stage, oh, I wish I'd got it, then you've got another $4.95 P&P. So when you're looking at items at like a tenner or less, then it's definitely worth adding them into your basket when you're making your other purchases. So there you go. Can't go far wrong. Little goes a long way, and it is super, super grabby. It's amazing the things that you can be able to fix with this one. But even more so, it's brilliant when it comes to your paper crafting.
Right, so we've glued that up. We're just going to place that on the top here.
Oh, that looks gorgeous.
And snowdrops are one of those flowers that just make everybody smile. I think it's because it's the time of year it comes out.
It is, yeah.
We've all been fed up of winter.
Yes.
And it's now time to bring out a little bit of that spring sunshine.
It's that sign of new life, isn't it, after the winter? Beautiful.
And there we go.
As simple as that.
That sentiment, I believe, is from our modern posy stamp set, which we have got on this show. And that's
beautiful.
such a simple card.
In fact, I might try and find that one for you.
It's one of the biggest sets up the top.
Right.
There.
Oh, I can see it. Is it that one there? That one underneath, I think. Oh, now. That? Oh, that's a different sentiment, that one. But I'll show you. Shall I show you that one anyway?
Oh, it's not then. It's from the other stamp set that's there, which is Floral. Nope, the other one. You had a choice of 2.
Thanks, Jimmy. So yes, it's easily done, though, isn't it? When you've got so many beautiful stamps. So there you go.
That one. It's there.
Which one? Oh no, I picked up the wrong one. Oh gosh.
It was there.
I don't know how I didn't see it.
We're not losing it.
I don't know how I didn't see it, but there
Been
you
one
go.
of those days, everybody.
So this is your modern posy. So you can see there you've got your gorgeous, I mean, it's not dissimilar to a snowdrop, actually.
It's not
that
actually,
one.
is it? You can mix and match those.
Just use it alongside, which is really nice. You have a look at some of these. I mean, these are beautiful. Look at that.
Really,
Isn't
really
that
simple.
pretty? That is gorgeous. If you wanted just like a little card, just because.
Just because you can.
Just because you can. That is beautiful. Now, you bear that one in mind, and you wait till you see the next one, because they are so different. It's the same stamp. Look at it when the colour comes in. You could really go to town with the colour on that one, couldn't you?
You really could make that really
I love
pop.
the blockiness of the colour, but equally so you could do that kind of ombre or the effect that you just showed us with the snowdrops if you wanted to.
Absolutely anything.
And look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Heat embossed to perfection, as you can see there. Gorgeous. Still got that fine detail that we're seeing with the dies earlier on. And that's a pretty one. Look at that. Wow.
That one is actually from, I was looking for that card earlier, and it's from our up-close floral stamp, stencil.
Is that a stencil?
And that's a stencil, which
We've
has
got
been
that
embossed.
stencil on the show.
Yeah. And it's been embossed through a die cut
Wow.
machine. And this is what I say, all of our stencils, you can use, every stencil that we've got, you can now make as an embossing folder. So you'll have seen some others.
I need to find that
embossing folder. Do you want me to run around and grab it for you?
Well, tell you what, you hold that.
I'll hold that.
And you talk to your lovely viewers, your fans.
Right, so I don't know if you'll be able to pick up the detail, and I'll do my very best for Jimmy to do it. But this was run through a die cut machine first. Let's tip it slightly, and we might pick it up very carefully. I don't know if it's going to, but it's run through a die cut machine first, and before you remove the stencil off your die cut machine, or off your paper, put your ink through it first.
Okay.
And because obviously these are very fine lines, so it holds the lines in the debossed section. You can put your ink on, and it's such a beautiful card to make.
I nearly headed out of the studio to get a cup of tea, didn't you? Too good at this. I could have gone and put my feet up for the rest of the show. Now, if you're wanting that stencil, that's it. Isn't it gorgeous? Sorry, I've gone a bit rogue now. But you know what? I think that sometimes you'll see a card and you think, I know that is going to be an amazing stencil to go for. What a lovely idea.
I absolutely love that stencil. I've had so much fun playing with that.
Such a pretty design. Such a pretty design. Something that you'll find yourself using over and over again. And it doesn't matter which colourway you work with, but such an affordable stencil. £7.50. That's amazing value. Incredible value. And as you saw earlier, using it through die cutting machines with the sentiments we were looking at earlier on, absolutely perfect. Lots of you shopping for that one. So yeah, I'm going to go back to the stamps. Sorry, I'll behave myself now. But I'm kind of thinking like a crafter. The next one that we've got for you is that one, the Floral Swirl. Floral Swirl. And this has got a lovely stamp in there as well. Not dissimilar to it's kind of a swirly kind of style that we saw with the dies earlier on, actually,
Definitely.
yeah?
I do tend to go, I do love a circle. I have to pull myself away from doing framed stamps and things. So yeah, and all of those sentiments actually fit inside that circle as well.
Oh, okay. This is
together.
gorgeous. $14.99. Already 10% of the stock has gone. Love the sentiments as well. I mean, they're so useful in so many different scenarios. I have to say, love the you're the best. Isn't that pretty?
Such a simple card.
Gorgeous. And you know what? A brilliant stamp if you're wanting to hone those colouring skills. That is really going to help you with that.
Because it's a large
nice
open area for you to do it with.
Beautiful. But then, strip it back.
Completely
Don't use a lot of
simple.
colour at all.
And some vellum flowers.
Isn't that good? And coming off the edge. Isn't that beautiful?
As I say, don't just because you see a big stamp, and bear in mind all of our stamps will fit a 6x6 card. So don't, because you always see me demoing, 9 times out of 10 you'll see me demoing a 7 or an 8-inch card. Saying that, I'm not next, but don't be scared if you're a 6-inch card maker. These will all fit on a 6-inch card.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. There you go. Give it a go. We're looking for blissful balloons now. Let me see if I can find that particular one. Is that one over there?
No, it's a smaller one on your left-hand side, I think.
There we go. She can spy them at 50 paces, this one. Now, this is nice because this is a very affordable one because, as you can see there, you've got a slightly smaller footprint with this one. But doesn't mean you're missing out because, again, you use every last bit of space you've got
And
there.
it's funny that you picked that one up because the sentiments that were on that last stamp set, the Floral Swells, fit inside the centre of this one.
Okay.
That wasn't planned at all either,
Oh.
so that was pretty good.
Oh, there you go. And like you say, you've got that perfect little opening.
Exactly, that's designed just to pop your little sentiments in there.
And it's nice because whether you're making your smaller cards or your larger cards, it doesn't matter, does it?
No, they all work.
Oh, wow, 10% of the stock has gone already. This is a really pretty frame. Again, it looks very different when you start mixing up the
Just
different
by
colours.
changing it.
Yeah.
And that one, the card that you've got there, was also one of our Facebook Lives, so you'll be able to see how that one was made as well.
Like the background as well that's been done with the stencil there.
That is also on your brand shop.
Very effective. $9.99, that's all you're paying for that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. And again, if you wanted to, you could use it the other way around. If you wanted to, you could use it portrait. 20% of the stock has gone. Don't forget, these are on the show, but they weren't meant to be the main focus of the show. So we haven't got huge quantities of any of these. So anything you see, you need to be quick because we weren't kind of prepared for this. So yeah, sorry. Right, mechanical display. Oh, botanical. I was going to say, mechanical, that one should stand out, but it's not as botanical. Need to get my ears syringed, obviously. This is pretty. Again, this is a nice one to go with that stencil that we looked at with the big flower.
It would work really well with that one, wouldn't it? But again, you can use it just as it is. You can just use sections of it. Stamping off the page with this one is really nice as well because it's quite a busy stamp.
Yeah.
But it really is a pretty one.
Crying out for decoupage.
It is.
That centre flower is like, just wants to come off the page, doesn't it? Beautiful. And of course, that's the thing. If you've got a stamp that will allow you to do that, you can. Oh, no, that's a nice idea.
Yep. Slightly off the page.
Yeah.
And a bit of a banner across the front. Hazel's done a wonderful job. And I think that one's a 6-inch card. Yeah, 6x6 card.
And it's a nice one because it kind of, you could twist and turn and fill that area.
And that's the thing with all of ours. This one actually stands up, so it's like an easel card.
Beautiful. Look at this. Oh, look at that. That is pretty.
I always say as well with all of our stamps and our dies, just because they're in the packaging that way up doesn't mean you have to use them that way up. Flip them over, turn them around. The worst thing you can do is ruin a piece of card.
Yeah, that's true actually, isn't it? Sometimes
It's
you put too much pressure
not
on.
going to do anything dramatic to you. And if you're not sure, do it on a piece of scrap paper, do it on a piece of photocopy paper, just until you're happy with what you want to do.
Absolutely. And again, practice those colouring skills, whether it's your alcohol markers, whether it's your watercolour paints or your pencils. That is another lovely stamp to practice those skills on. We're going to the Floral Paradise next. So Floral Paradise is...
One of the smaller sets.
One of the smaller ones, blissful. It's bound to be the last one, isn't it? It's always the last. Always the last one.
We're all in a little bit of a muddle here, aren't
But
we? Trying to work out where everything is.
Worth waiting for. So let me show you the stamp set to start with.
It's a beautiful stamp set, this.
Pretty one.
And poor Jimmy's having to run from
I know,
camera
he's
to
back.
help us find stuff.
Backwards and forwards. That is such a pretty one. I love the circles in there.
And again, all of the flowers that are on the bottom here are all designed to fit over the flowers that are there.
Okay.
So anything that's covered with another flower that you wouldn't be able to stamp a whole image and cut it out or whatever you wanted to do, I've given you the extra flowers for it.
Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. There you go. Have a look at that. That is gorgeous.
And you don't have to be able to see the full image. That little banner going across the bottom there covers over slightly a bit of the image, but it doesn't matter. It just finishes it.
It's just gorgeous.
It actually makes it look a little bit like a snow globe, I think, that one.
And it's nice. There's a lot of white space on there, but it's just it just looks right.
Yeah.
That's where your eye's being drawn to, isn't it? The centre, beautiful. Just one more to share with you. Which was the one that we could share? The scented bouquet.
There you go.
If you've ever been to the, you know, when we go to the NEC and we do the tombola, it's a bit like this,
like that.
where somebody calls out the number and everybody's looking for the actual,
It's
prize.
a bit like that today.
Very much like that. Here you go. Look at this one. This is a pretty one. A very pretty one.
And again,
nice
you
little.
can use it up that way. You can use it round the
I'd probably go.
landscape
Yeah,
or
that
portrait.
way, yeah.
So you can, again, don't just look at it in the packaging and think that's all you can do it with.
Beautiful. And you wait till you see the finished samples. These are gorgeous.
And again, that stencil in the background you can see is that quirky
there
floral.
you go,
It's just
yeah.
been embossed. So it's not an embossing folder.
Yeah.
It is the stencils that are available on the show just put through an embossing
The
machine.
quality of them, though, isn't it? Allows you to do
Makes
that.
a huge difference.
And there you go, same stamp, but just rotated.
Funny enough, they're
90
similar
degrees.
colours, aren't they?
Yeah.
Two of us do completely different things, but
Drawn to it.
Obviously.
Drawn to it. So 10% of the stock of that one has gone as well. So yeah, if you like the idea of those, then you'll be as quick as you can. So the last one I'm going to share with you before we get into a demo is your tumbling flowers, which in theory is this one. And thankfully it is. There you go. Beautiful. Again, nice size stamp, this one.
This one is, yep. Again, it fits on a C6 card if you want to go that small, or it goes onto an 8x8. So we've got both here that show you.
Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
And again,
beautiful.
no right or wrong way to use this.
Yeah. Just whichever way you want to go. I love this. I love the kind of strength of the outline on this one.
Yeah, it's a real strong outline on this one. Not too delicate, but you can make it delicate just by the way you colour it.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. And again, use your soft greys if you don't want to use your black to give it that strong outline. Just use something that's a little bit softer. Beautiful. So pretty. See, funny, on that one, it doesn't look as strong. But I suppose
those other colours are stronger. Just really
it's that
delicate.
kind of almost detraction. Wow, 20% of the stock of this one is gone. This one is brilliant value for money at $9.99, I have to say. Beautiful.
And again, because that larger flower is overlapped, we've given you the bigger one if you want to cut it out to decoupage it.
Thank you for that. Right, we're going to get into a demo, but I think we're talking Christmas.
We are. We're going to go to some Christmas ones. You can see that we have really had to pull this show together.
And this is that lovely kind of band with the snow.
It is. This is
where you've got the two elements in there.
Borders, yeah. So excuse the fact that we've got some scrap bit there. This is the bit my backup for the one earlier. So this is just, again, an offcut of white cardstock. I'm going to take some Versamark ink and we're going to ink this up all over it. So I needed the scrap underneath because Versamark ink is sticky and it will go all over my mat, and rather than have to clean another mat, I thought I would do it this way. We're cheating a little bit. So we're just going to sprinkle some of our, this is white opal, so this is part of the basics collection, or you can buy this one individually. And we're sprinkling that all over the top. Now, obviously, I need to heat that up, but to save us some time, I have already got some bits cut out.
The sparkle.
The sparkle on this is amazing.
So this is our embossing powder.
It is, yeah.
Wow, there's a lot of sparkle.
So this is our white embossing powder with a glitter in it.
Okay.
And the glitter goes a long way. But once you heat emboss it, the glitter then doesn't rub off.
Okay.
So you'll end up with, as I say, this is just an offcut left. I haven't heated this,
wow.
But it's really, really, really sparkly. So it gives you your glittery embossing, glittery papers without.
Goodness, so is that heat embossed?
That's heat embossed.
Wow.
And I'm not going to show you how to heat emboss it because I'm sure everybody knows, and it'll take some time because it's a larger section. But that's all that was.
Can't get over that.
That heat embossed.
That is gorgeous.
So we'll get rid of that piece.
We have got those available for you. Details are on your screen. You've got good sized pots with those. I'll show you those in a second, but lots of you shopping for those now as well.
So again, we're going to go in with our die. So we'll put our die in flat to the mat. Let me just give that a quick, I've got an anti-static bag here somewhere. Oh, we're not going to. We'll go without. So we'll pop that die, that over the top. Pop a little piece of bubble wrap there. Again, you don't need to do this, and this is me just showing you because I've already got these cut out. But how delicate this is.
We have actually got an anti-static pad on the show.
I've got one here somewhere.
Okay.
Buried in amongst it. It's all right. I've got one. I'll grab it if I need it, but I think we'll be all right. We'll just pop this out of the way. And so all of your papers that you've got, with that, going back to those embossing powders, while I pop this one out, all of the papers that you have got, we've got a crystal, sparkling crystal in those embossing powder set. And it's a clear embossing powder with that same glitter in that you've just seen. Okay. So if you've got a pink paper, but you want a pink sparkly paper, you can put the crystal clear embossing, sparkling crystal over the top. Your pink will stay pink, but you'll get a sparkly pink.
Oh, okay.
So you can mix and match.
Nice, a nice idea. That $19.99. Give them a go. Get a good sized pot, and a little goes a long way because you kind of put it back in as we saw earlier on. Yeah.
So as I did in the demo earlier, I have given myself an acetate front on my card, and I've got my extra piece that I'm going to hide my glue with, like so. But you don't want to go right to the edge here, just so that you know, and you don't want to go right to the edge here because you need to be able to fold this over and you don't want it to stick out of the bottom here, and you also don't want it to get stuck on your spine there. So
Good
just
tip.
you're covering the glue.
Okay.
We're full of tips today.
We like it.
Now, the other tip I'm going to say to you is make sure you get cardstock on the bottom and touching the bottom of that acetate. It gives your card something to grip on so it doesn't keep sliding when you stand it up.
Okay, yeah.
So that our little trick with our glue is coming back. Now, I haven't done this time to hide it on the back, purely because I actually haven't got time to do that. But you could go in and cut just in plain white, and you could hide it on the back.
Oh, that's so pretty.
So we're going to layer this up. Now I'm going to do one. Get this glue. And again, because we're just dabbing the glue on here, it's not going to be as obvious that you can see it from behind.
And does it cut the ends as well on this one? Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get completely.
I wasn't sure if it's like a continual, you know how sometimes they don't have that cut edge on the end. But saying that, you could just kind of put them up and you wouldn't know, yeah.
Completely. I keep going to pick up my glue.
Oh dear. It's getting into the habit, isn't it? I can't get over that. It's such a brilliant thing.
It is. As I say, we are not taking claim for it. It was something that my mum, bless her, saw on Facebook or YouTube or somewhere. Now, because I want to be able to move these around, I didn't press that down too hard. Okay. Because I want that spacing as best as I can.
Lovely.
Something along those lines will work perfectly. And then we're just going to go in and snip off those extra bits if any of it's hanging over the edge.
Oh, this is so pretty. No sentiment or anything on it yet, but it's gorgeous.
There we go. Get those extras off there.
Lovely.
The same on. Oh, I did quite well on that.
All neat and tidy.
Those extra pieces off.
Wonderful.
We will clean up our glue again. Spent my life cleaning up glue today. And then I will show you this die afterwards if we get to that demo. I'm not sure if we will. But this is from our Christmas floral decorations.
Oh yes, I've got this.
And so we've layered this all up together. So I've given myself the background, sparkly background, because you get that die in the set. I think you've got the set somewhere, have we? So within this set of dies, can we do it from here?
Yeah.
So these blacked out pieces are a solid section.
Ah, okay.
So it mats and layers these up. So I've used the solid. This is glitter cardstock.
Beautiful.
And I've just cut the berries out with some mirror card and just put it all together.
Lovely.
And this is going to fit on the top, hopefully.
Wonderful. And incidentally, I'm just going to pop this one at the side here. So this is the actual die that's being used at the moment, which is made up of two parts. So you've got, that's your stripes, if you will, that are going down, and then you've got a larger panel there as well.
The larger panel's fab.
Wonderful.
And we're just going to pop this on here, and I'm afraid I haven't got a Christmas sentiment to put on here because, as I say, we've pulled this together quite quickly tonight.
Wasn't really the plan, was it, really? Yes.
So I'd just pop a little Merry Christmas or something in there, and pop yourself a little square in here to put your sentiment, or to write up here. Mm-hmm. But I would try and probably do it so that it sits behind this solid piece, so that you still get. Can we? Don't want to throw everybody off by doing that, but you still get to see behind that card.
Very effective. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amanda.
Lovely.
Lovely jubbly. Like that one a lot. So we'll take a little bit of time now because we've got loads of stencils to share with you. So yes, we're going to go work our way through this. I think we're going to be busy for these as well because some of these are really, really useful. Notice some of the little elements have got dots and circles in, and that straight away I was thinking, oh, there's a stencil and masks that will work with that. Well, this is a brilliant one because it's an A5 size, as you can see, but look at the price, just £8.99. This is one of the most useful stencils you could go for. I love this idea, Amanda, especially where you've kind of got that that tracing the design, which I guess you can just kind of put your pen in there and trace it round as well.
That's exactly what it is. That's all we've done with that, different layers of that.
And again, utilising, maybe you got the bundle with the dies in earlier on, you could have that sitting over the top of it, or a stamped image. If you missed out on those, you could be kind of masking off certain areas.
Could I just ask, are we going to a stamp demo or are we going to go to the frames demo?
I don't know. Where do we want to go, Taz? The frames demo.
Okay,
that's okay. Oh, bless you.
Perfect. That's fine.
Look at this. That is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh.
And that's just by changing up the stamp.
Wow.
Same similar design, but just by
That is
changing up the stamp.
beautiful. Now, that is the last of the finished samples for that particular stencil, but if you like the idea of that one, there you go. You're going to get a lot within there. So, yep, 20% of the stock of that one has gone. I'm not surprised in the slightest. Very, very useful. We touched on this one earlier because we did see this one, I think, in... was it the first demo, I think it was, that you had this in the background?
Use it again in the next
Oh, you're going to use it now? Perfect. Love this one. It's almost like you said, when I look at it now, I just see rain splashes. But a lovely one to use in the background. Lovely one whether you've got strong colours or more muted tones. It makes no difference. It's going to be one that's very, very useful in your stash. So that one's your quirky floral. The next one, Splash, we saw this one earlier on as well. So this is literally that fine splash, isn't it? So good size stencils, I have to say, 7 by 7. And there you go. Works with the welly boots. Naturally, absolutely amazing, but equally so. Just when you want that modern smattering of colour, you don't want it to be a full colour, you don't want it to be stripes. You could, again, use that one, rotate it, have it, well, use any bit that you need. Flip it over, use it back to front. It does look like a cow print as well.
It does, actually.
Like that one. Now, this one's a beautiful one. This is such a strong one.
I adore that.
This is
stencil.
gorgeous.
I absolutely adore it. I have to stop myself, and you'll see there's lots of demos, samples with this one, because I have to stop myself.
Wow, look at that.
And all the stamps that you see on these are also all available on our brand shop.
Oh, my goodness. It's just a brilliant starting one. This is a clever one as well because it's been cut down, but it also makes it look like you've got a narrower stencil. Very clever. Very clever. But again, team it up with circles that you might have. Use it as the main focal point of your card. I mean, there, look at that.
I think that'll make a nice thank you card
These are
for
gorgeous.
birthdays or prezzies or...
Your design team's amazing. How's it just saying? They're
We have got a
phenomenal.
really... We actually went down to a very small design team because we've had one lady that's been very poorly. We've got one that's just had twins.
Oh, my goodness.
We've got
you're
another one
busy.
moving house.
Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah, we've ended up quite a small team at the moment, but we are coming back because they're moving house and those babies are getting older.
That's it. They'll be back. They will be back. And they'll be gratefully received. I mean, these are beautiful finished samples that they're showing. I love this one. Now, your firework burst.
Always goes mad.
Look at that in the backdrop. Just a subtle. But you can imagine that with kind of glitter in there or something like that.
Beautiful, wouldn't it?
Glittery paste. Look at that. Oh, wow. Radiating out from the centre. Absolutely gorgeous. If you love that idea, but you want something maybe a little bit more angular, this is a useful one to have. It's almost like a little maze, isn't it?
So I mentioned earlier that we do workshops, and the next card you're going to see is
Okay,
one we
that
did
one.
on a workshop. And if
Ooh.
we just remove that belly button,
Okay.
everybody was like, I'm not going to do that. So it opens out, and it's a great men's card.
Oh, wow.
It opens out like so, but it's actually just an A5 landscape card.
Clever.
So it's a standard size card that's just had a
Clever.
couple of folds in it.
Clever folds in there. Love it, Amanda. I love this one, though. Can I just show you this one? Oops, the daisy jumping all over the place. That ombre. Oh, do love an ombre. Do love an ombre. But then, if you've got little bits that are left over in your stash, then use them for your background. Love that.
You would
And-
never think to put the florals with
No.
it, would you? But
I
it
mean,
works.
the florals with that kind of soft flow, but then the angular, you've even got your circles there, but it works. This is going to become one of your firm favourites, I think, as a background. Oops, Daisy, come back. Don't be shy. There we go. And I think that's the last of the stencils, unless we are thinking of the dotty circle.
Oh, I haven't got the sample of that because we've even sold out of my one that I can show on the telly.
Oh, no.
That is arriving at our office today.
Oh, okay.
So you will have it ready to go out tomorrow. But
Oh,
I know
fair
they've
enough
got
then.
a still of it, but we've got samples of it.
That's fair enough. I will grab.
show
Oh, I
you
can
the
see those now. So this one here, that one is your, where am I? Oh, your up close floral. I did show you that one earlier on, but this one is your dotty one. This is nice. Oh, what a clever use. That's clever. See again. Brilliant idea.
You do have to step away from the gems when you start doing that one.
What a lovely idea. I like that. And there, I mean, look at that. Just thinking a little
So
sentiment.
easy, isn't it?
Very, very effective. So there you go, if you like the idea of getting hold of that one, as lots of you are doing. I can see you've already gone for that one before we even showed you. £7.50. Absolute bargain. They're all bargains, to be fair. Right, let's get into a demo then.
We need to roll again. So
I better
again,
tidy this lot up.
we're going for quirky florals, and we're just going to add a little bit of ink around. We're just using the outside edge of the frame. If you haven't got one of these magnetic boards, they're amazing if you're a stenciler.
Lovely. Is this your magnetic board?
No, this one I think is it's one of the Ranger range.
Okay.
Wendy
Clever one.
Yeah, I think it is. But there's a few different.
Yeah, there's different
ones on the
ones, aren't there? Yeah, with sticky mats and all sorts.
So we just pop a little bit of colour on there.
Lovely.
And we're just going to have it. Now, I have already done this, and I've popped a sentiment on there from one of our sets from today.
Nice, lovely, thank you.
That one is from Floral Swirls, if I remember rightly. Trying to remember all the ones I've grabbed. So we've just added that in black, Versifying Onyx Black, and crystal clear embossing powder over the top, which gives it that real shine and real. I think there we go. You just pick up that shine, that glimmer on there. And that's just clear embossing powder.
Wonderful.
So we're going to make that
lovely
into
embossing folders, not embossing folders, embossing powders. Try again. Popping up on your screen. You're going to get 4 pots. Two of them aren't sparkly.
So you get a white and a crystal clear in there that aren't sparkly.
That's it, yeah. And then you get
your white opal and your sparkling crystal.
Wonderful. They're proving to be limited stock. Everything you bring into us is just going today.
We're running out of things to fill in the gaps.
Yeah, beautiful. Gorgeous. It's such fine detail, fine grain there. I will very, very quickly, because I'm very naughty and I don't care. I'm bringing in the stamp because the sentiment, and because I could see it, and if I look away, I'll forget where it was. So you can have it while I can remember. There you go. So that's the sentiment that we saw on the card. But lovely. This has been a popular stamp set, this one, actually, $14.99. Beautiful.
So we have got our fancy frame on here. I've just got some plain white cardstock again. Now, with this one, I have cut it out 2 or 3 times and I've layered it up.
Okay.
Purely because I wanted the dimension, and it's quite a fine detailed die. And to try and put foam pads to give it lift was going to be near on impossible. So I did cut it out a couple of times to layer it up. I want you to see just how beautiful this is cut out. Anyway, look, I did it the wrong way around. I put it cut through because I wasn't concentrating on what I was doing, but you'll get.
Have you got some in reserve?
Oh yeah, I've already.
Oh, that's all right.
Already done. I can't put my bubble wrap on it. Look, so it's giving me a problem.
While you're doing that, can I just show, because I thought, when I saw this card when I came into the studio, I never imagined for a minute it was a die that had created this. But this is phenomenal. The outside edge, you've got a stamped image in the middle, but that looks like it's a stamp frame, doesn't it?
It does, but it's a die.
That is incredible. So that's actually just cut out of white cardstock and actually placed on top. That is beautiful.
So to get the dimension, rather than trying to get foam pads on this tiny little edge around here, I've cut it out with just 2 or 3 layers. And then I've just run some ink over the top.
Clever.
Just to bring the colour in. So that's 2 or 3 layers, I think 3 layers there, just to get the depth.
Perfect.
And this is how simple this one is. Again, we're going to go back with that fabulous little pastry brush. And we'll just dab that on there and dab that all the way around. Which is really, really easy to do.
Gosh, those individuals are selling out. We're very, very busy for this particular one as well, the fancy frame. There's not very many of them left. If you have just joined us, the story behind it is that this particular one was part of a set of 6. Sold out pretty much in the previous show. Yeah, we didn't have huge quantities, but what we took was kind of gathered together all the individuals to make as many bundles as we could. They've all been and gone now. So we're down to the last of the stock of this particular one, just by itself. So it's $15.99. It's brilliant value.
So you can go either way, whichever way you wanted to do it. But I fancy putting this one just off centre
pretty?
Popping it on there, I'm going to move that up just a tad.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And because you haven't got loads and loads of glue on there, enough to hold it in place, but not enough to stick, you can move it around a little bit, give yourself a bit of
Love
wiggle
that
room.
additional raise.
And that, just by raising that makes such, and it's probably not that obvious on TV.
No, you can see it, I think.
But you can make that dimension out there.
Yeah.
Such a good way of getting the dimension on those really fine details without having to fight with those silly little bits of foam pads.
Gorgeous. So effective. You need that adhesive though. Don't forget the Honeydew Crafts adhesive, $9.99. Not a huge amount of those left, so lots of you have been stocking up on that one. So yeah, if you're wanting that one, it is on the website. That die itself, not many of those left now either as well. So yeah, if you're wanting that die. In fact, shall I show you the dies that are left now out of all the sets? So that one is hanging on by a thread, which you just saw in the demo. So that one is going to go, if not during the show, probably not long after, to be fair, because we've just got a few of those. If you're watching on repeats, give it a go, you never know. We might have some, might not. Can't make any promises, any guarantees. Another one that's proven to be popular, simple Snowdrops. We've got 4 of these left.
Oh, good grief.
Okay. We did see a demo with this one. This is the one where we saw that gorgeous kind of little white flowers that went over the top. Beautiful. We've got 1 left. We've got a proper bum fight going on. We've got about 5 people that I can see have just popped this into the basket. Quick, quick, quick. If you've just popped it into your basket, confirm your order. You might be lucky. Floral Curves, that one's gone, hasn't it? That one's another one that's gone. So the last one that we've got is your Elegant Foliage. So gorgeous one. Got 3 of these left. Wow.
It's been a bonkers show, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Bonkers day. Thank you all so much.
Oh,
we really
bless you.
couldn't do this without all of you. And it means I get to do something I love to do. And you will hopefully enjoy what you're getting.
You did so well. Are you heading back tonight? So, oh, gosh, you've got all those.
We've got all of these orders to pack tomorrow.
Going to be up bright and early. Very quickly as well, the Christmas dies. I will just very quickly put those in. Oh, I've got them separated up. No, I haven't. I'm picking up the wrong one. That's why. This particular one is beautiful because you've got pine cones in there. Very traditional. So we're looking at dies with these again.
And then
That's,
I used it there.
there it is. That's the one I was looking for, yeah.
At the top.
Look at that. This one, I'll show you this particular die set in a few moments. But that, love it in that kind of red mirror card. Looks amazing. But equally so, if you want to use it in your more muted or just add a little bit of colour if you've got some of that cardstock that we've been chatting about, get your pens involved. Very traditional. Love the little pine cones. So that particular set there, again, $17.99. Very, very popular. And you've got 6 dies in there. Good sized dies, as you saw. The other one that we saw, this is the other Christmas themed, and this is the panel. So this is where you've got that fabulous little kind of border die that we saw in the demonstration, and again, using it in a different way. But alongside it, you've got the large panel, which is gorgeous.
And the lovely thing about the large panel is it cuts the whole panel out. So if you cut it out of your card, and then you want to put some colour behind it, you can never, if you're freehanding that, you can never get that exactly the right size. But because you've already cut it out with that die then will fit inside that gap. So you can put that silver card behind.
Clever.
And not have to use a whole sheet to fill it in.
That is clever. Very clever. Love it. Beautiful. So there you go. If you want to get hold of that one, the details are on your screen. But we're getting back into a demo.
We are. Have we got time for me to do this whole demo, or are we all right? Do you want me to do it in...
You've got about 8 minutes or so.
Oh, plenty of time. I have already got this all cut out. So this was that splash stencil that you saw me use earlier.
The ombre, nice.
But I've done the ombre on it. I won't do that bit. We'll do the stamping part.
Okay.
So again, I've just matted and layered, and then I've just cut it randomly. So if you've got an extra piece hanging over from something you've done previously, just put it all together. It doesn't have to all be the same colours. You can do whatever you want with it. It's your cards. Nothing says that you have to have it done a set way. So I've put the glue on there, but I haven't pressed it down hard yet because I'm putting panels on, and I would quite like them to be maybe levelish, but they don't have to be perfect.
So that's it, incidentally, that we are going to see in action, the modern posy. We've got about 2 or 3 of these left.
This is mad.
So, yeah, be quick. Be quick.
So that's our panel done. And that is literally that. Just 4 different colours. So the 4 colours we've used here are Kitsch Flamingo, Squeeze Lemonade, peacock feathers and cracked pistachio.
Nice.
And then literally they're just, again, this could be just offcuts of other pieces that you've used them for.
Absolutely. And that again is your cardstock.
That's the
super smooth. Perfect.
It is. So we have got a tiny piece of card. I'm going to take our stamp, put my lid on that. So
Good size. Now, any tips for when you're working with a larger stamp?
With the larger stamps, particularly some of our stamps at Honeydew Craft, if we've done a frame and it's hollow in the middle, I still get the stamp manufacturer to leave the centerpiece in there.
Okay.
And the reason I do that is because if it's a frame, it will stretch out when you peel it off. And you want it to keep that the center part here, like this, it will always be dropped down slightly lower than this, so you shouldn't get it. But definitely, when you take them off your carrier sheet, roll them off. Don't pull the whole sheet off. And then when you're putting the stamp down, roll it down onto your block.
Perfect.
That means you will get no air bubbles.
Ah, I'm glad I asked. That's a good tip.
See, we're full of them today. Full of them. Right, some black ink and some crystal clear embossing powder. We'll get rid of that white one because I'm really good at picking up the one that I don't want. And this is what I said earlier. We use the VersaFine Onyx Black inks because it's a really crisp, clean image.
Good one.
Lots and lots of little light taps. Don't press really hard. It looks like I'm pressing really hard, but I'm not. It's just lots of little light taps. If you press too hard, you're going to push the ink into all the nooks and crannies and you'll lose the detail of your stamps.
Okay.
But if you don't put enough ink on, then you're not going to get a clean stamped image.
Okay.
And this is the thing I tell people all the time when they say, I'm not a stamper, I'm not a stamper. I can never get a clean image. Give it enough ink. If you don't give it enough ink, it's not got enough ink to transfer to give you that stamped image.
And the other thing is sometimes we're a bit too hasty to lift the stamp off, aren't we? We just, it almost just touches the surface and then we whip it back off. But give it time.
Give that ink time to go into the fibres of the papers. So it's a biggish stamp, so make sure you give it the time to do that. And then pull that off. And we will grab our scrap bit of paper that we have for our...
Bruce, did you say 4 minutes then, my lovely?
Oh, we'll easily get that done in 4 minutes. I think this one's had some glitter in it.
So delicate in his directions. Very quiet. Just whispered.
4 minutes to go. So sprinkle that all over the top. Light tap.
Do you want me to pop that back in for me?
That would be fabulous.
Gives me a purpose in life, Amanda. Thank you.
And then, you know that heat gun I dropped? I'll pick that up.
Oh, yes. Is it still working?
Hopefully. We do have a backup.
There you go. It's all good.
And then we're just going to heat from underneath, and I say this every time. We heat from underneath because it gives us a smoother finish. But if you're not confident in doing that, you don't have to.
Okay. Look at it changing.
Oh, you can't miss it, can you?
Love that
That's
bit.
one of those things that
Excuse me,
always
I'm
shows
getting
up.
the lid.
No problem.
Sorry. That's incredible. It does look like magic. See, Bruce, he's come over to the dark side because quite often he directs over on Sainsbury.
Oh, so this is something
This is a bit new to him.
Ah.
So it's like, oh, what's happening here?
So for those of you that don't know, embossing powder is tiny, tiny, tiny little pieces of plastic that are then heated to give you a raised finish. So they are very, very hot when you first do it, but within seconds they cool down.
I never realised
So
that.
mind your fingers if you are heating from underneath, because it does get very hot.
Beautiful.
Then we just grab a couple of colours and we just, again, this is not watercolour cardstock, so I'm not going to try and blend these colours, but I do tend to work in a little bit of a circle.
And you're just going straight over the top?
Straight over the top. But because I've gone straight over the top, you do have to go in and blot it.
Okay.
Do you remember years and years ago when we used to use fountain pens?
Yes.
Not everybody in here is going to remember that.
They won't, they're too young, bless them. But I suppose it sits on that raised surface, so yeah, if you don't take it away, then it ends up on your hands and then somewhere else where you don't want it to go.
And
Yeah.
you really don't want that. So as I say, I'm not being the
What a lovely
particularly
technique.
delicate.
But it's nice because you're getting the results without necessarily having to be too careful.
Oh yeah, I'm not careful about it.
Me neither.
I think there's more to life than worrying about colouring outside of the lines.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people take a lot of pleasure out of adding colour.
Definitely.
But sometimes,
If you need to do it in a hurry on live
yeah,
TV.
and if you're making your cards to sell as well, sometimes you don't want to be spending hours and hours on a card.
No,
You need to be making quite a few. Actually, I don't think I've asked that. Are we okay to make and sell?
you certainly are, so long as you hand stamp. and or hand die cut, it's not machine done.
Yep.
You are good to go.
But you mean like the die cutting machines
Yes.
are okay with you?
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yep, so that's all
Perfect.
of that done.
Beautiful.
We're going to mat and layer that one off as well now, just on a little bit of black cardstock. We'll go with the one that I haven't gone out of the lines on.
I'm loving the use of black cardstock today.
I do use a lot of black because it really makes things
It
pop.
does, yeah.
I haven't had red nail polish on for a long time, and I forget that it makes things
Yeah,
more difficult to
fabulous.
pick up.
Are these from when you went away on holiday?
They are, yes.
Aw.
Still leftovers. So we're going to grab that back. And so the colours are slightly coordinated, but you can see I smudged a little piece here. That's what you do if you don't
That's okay. You can be
Blot it.
forgiven that.
but we have a trick.
Ooh, okay.
So we're going to pop this on here.
Lovely. Now we're coming down to the last minute of this
We're
show.
going to stick this on here.
As you're putting this in place, when are you due back on our screens?
At the moment, it's September, but it may come into October.
Okay.
There we go.
That is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. We've had some fabulous demos today, haven't we, from Amanda? Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. It's been a pleasure.
And thank you to everybody for
Thank
placing
you.
your orders as well.
I know.
Yeah.
As I say, we couldn't do this without you, so thank you all very, very much. We very much appreciate it.
Yeah, and look out for those free gifts. You first 50 customers, you'll be finding a little bit of a bonus in your package when you receive your order, so thank you. And good luck with all that package.
It's going to be a busy weekend, I
It
think.
is going to be busy.
But we're away at a show, so we'll have to just get going tomorrow.
Well, we will bear with you, so those orders will get to you in good time. On the website, you can shop for many other things that we've been chatting about, some of which we haven't had a chance to show you, and it will tell you if those items are sold out, so there's going to be quite a few of those. The stencils there, obviously we touched on the stencils, you can go and have a little look with those, and if you do get the opportunity to find something or to shop for something that you thought did sell out, make sure you give it a go, because you might be in luck. You might be in luck indeed. So thank you for this hour.
It's been a pleasure.
You guys have got one more live hour to go, and it's our lovely Sandra and Santangle, so it's going to be a cracking show. I love it.
Nice.
I will see you. See you straight after the break.
Thank you.